Hey everybody, this is Matt Shu from Upright Health, and today I am answering a question from a YouTube user who'd like me to identify him as GL, just GL. I guess he wants to maintain some anonymity, but in any case, he has asked me a question about the Quadratus lumborum. He has had a number of years of his back going out on him, and his all of his explorations into different exercises, doing PT, deep tissue massage, acupuncture, etc., has ended in the consensus from all his professional advisors that he's probably got an extremely tight quadratus lumborum, which is a muscle that basically attaches to like the inside of the pelvis along the spine and then up towards the lower ribs. So basically what it does is it crunches you in this way or hikes your hip up. It brings the rib cage closer into the pelvis and gives you side bending of the spine. So it looks like that's super tight on him and that's causing him problems. The big problem is that it keeps recurring and that he can't get it to never happen. So his question is, how do you begin releasing a tight QL? And after it's out of spasm, how do you stretch a tight QL? And once it's not so tight, how would you strengthen and maintain a healthy QL? So GL asking about his QL. I'm assuming you've come across a number of QL exercises. There's a lot of QL exercises you can do while standing where you're just side bending and holding a dumbbell and doing this to strengthen them. As far as stretches, stretch-wise, you could be doing the kneeling one in like a child's pose, coming out over this way. You could be coming out over this way, whichever side is tight. Obviously, you're trying to stretch that side out. You could be doing a version of this, grabbing onto something while you're standing and trying to stretch that open. Those are a couple stretch ideas. The strengthening I showed you as well with the dumbbell. You can be doing that side bending. You could be doing suitcase carries, where you're just holding a heavy dumbbell on one side and just walking to try to kick in the contralateral QL. But what I would suggest is that you look at your hips, because if your QL keeps going wacky, it can very often be because the hip is going wacky. If you're not able to recruit the right muscles, you're going to recruit the wrong muscles, right? So let's say you're going to throw a kick, right? If you're not getting hip stability out of the muscles that are supposed to control it, you're going to tighten up. And a lot of times that's going to result in that QL jamming up. Anytime the hip is not working well, meaning the butt muscles, the hamstrings are not working well, or the adductors are too tight, anytime those things are not giving you enough stability, I've found you'll tend to get compensation from the QL or the spinal erector. So you'll just see those things cinch up to try to give you some level of stability that you should otherwise be getting from the butt. So since you're a martial artist, what I'd suggest is checking your form on your kicks and on your stance, side to side. Everybody's got a stronger kicking side and a weaker kicking side, but for you, I'd suggest getting like along a bar or getting along the side of a wall and just using it to stabilize you so that you can slowly go through a kick and see what the difference is side to side. You'll probably find that when you're kicking with the leg that's, with the side that bothers you, you'll find that when you're kicking, you're probably hiking your hip quite a bit. It could be when it's your stance leg, but I'm guessing it's probably happening more when you're actually kicking with the leg on the side of your lower back pain. So I would check that out. Whichever side that QL is super tight on, see if you're actually getting enough hip stability and hip strength to throw your kicks like a high round kick. is what I'm thinking of. See if you have that lateral hip strength to throw that without feeling like the space between your pelvis and your rib cage is narrowing. Because your QL keeps doing it, you have to look to see what the movement pattern is that keeps driving that problem into your body. It's probably not something you're just going to stretch away, because if you just keep stretching the QL, keep focusing on the QL, you'll probably miss the thing that's ultimately forcing your QL to do the wrong thing. So I hope that it helps you GL with your QL, and give that a try. Let us know how it goes, and remember that pain sucks, life shouldn't.